if you ask people to draw a picture of a healthy community, you will find a school in that community.
How do we design schools so that they become centers where students love to come, teachers love to teach, and the community is engaged in this structure called a school? 75% of the adult population in this country has no connection to schools. And we need to bring them back into the schools, into the buildings where there are services rendered to them.
I think it is very important, this idea of schools being the centers of community.
If we think of schools just as seats for kids, we're missing one of the great opportunities to design a school that's actually an agent in helping educate children.
There is potentially a need for over 6,000 new schools over the next decade. We see district after district going out and trying to recreate the wheel, recreate how they should approach design and construction, recreate how to develop the right kind of educational program.
It's time that we think about a new physical environment that not only supports the new way of learning, but also the communities where we work and live.
If you're renovating or building a new school, you also have the opportunity to renovate or revitalize that community.
One way to look at it is a kind of a barn raising. The architect serves as a facilitator in the design process, and the community are all involved.
And if the community is involved in that planning, they buy into it, it becomes their school.
As a part of Great Schools by Design, our intention is to bring resources to support, to inform, and to engage community leaders around great ideas in school design so that they can have great solutions for their community.
If we could build schools that literally are the centerpieces of their communities, it's an investment that will ripple throughout the whole community.
Schools are anchors for any community. You cannot have a strong, vital, economically successful city without the benefits that schools bring.
The vitality of communities is so dependent on healthy schools that draws back into our urban areas many people who have given up.
Local communities can be transformed in very, very positive ways.
Learning is changing. Architecture has an amazing capacity to both react to and affect that change.
Architects really are the professional people that would have the understanding of making this great connection.
They're able to implement the concepts that the school boards, that the teachers would really like to see in the schools that are designed for them.
They're able to bring a sense of vision, and they know that the arrangement of the parts and pieces of this building can affect the lives of the teachers that teach, of the administrators that lead, and the students themselves.
What song do you like?
Having good school buildings says we care about where you learn, because these buildings show that we care.
We've seen schools designed for the 1950s. We need to think of schools being designed for 2050.
New kinds of space and new kinds of place that supports young people, that involves families, that engages community. We will not only have wonderful buildings that will excite people, but we will have people in those buildings doing things for themselves, doing things for their children and for their neighborhoods that won't happen otherwise.
Right now, at least in public education, there are a lot of people who are feeling a little hopeless. There are all kinds of new standards, all kinds of new expectations. But when you have the chance to build a school that will literally transform a community, that brings hope. The American Architectural Foundation is providing a critical resource that, quite frankly, school boards and school leaders don't have.
We're going to work to engage and inform school board members, superintendents, mayors, and local community leaders. The school building can become an active agent in educating children and become a resource to the community in which it's located.
It's an opportunity to bring worlds together in significant ways.
Because it's all about facilitating democratic process as opposed to just getting a school built.
The American Architectural Foundation can pull this issue together and make it work.
They've got experience. The work they did around the Mayor's Institute is exactly the format that we need to use for the schools.
The American Architectural Foundation is really the right entity to drive this.
Knowledge is coming to the design process as it relates to schools and their role in the communities to a far greater extent than ever before.
The buildings that we make reflect what we think about ourselves. Great Schools by Design comes at a wonderful moment.
Design is not something that happens someplace else. People can actually be involved in shaping their communities.